Hello, hello. I get you. You're feeling burnt out and like it's really hard to slow down. I've got you. This practice is going to help you with that. Let me show you what you're going to need. We're going to support the poses with props. In this case, I'm going to use yoga blocks, but if you don't have yoga blocks at home, you're going to use your books. You just stack books on top of each other, and it's the same thing. And I'm going to use a bolster, which you can change for pillows from your bed or cushions from your sofa or whatever you have around the house that's a little bit soft. So you can pause the video for a minute, run around the house, find whatever you need for the practice, and I'll see you back on the mat. Once you're back on your mat, I'm going to show you the first pose, which is going to be melting heart. Option 1, you can use the bolster under your chest and your head, or you can go the other way around. We want the chest lower than the hips. You can use your forearms here, or I'm going to show you an option with the blocks. It's a little bit more advanced, so you choose. You can use the blocks under your elbows, so just supporting the elbows. And then you can go for an Anjali Mudra behind your head. As I said, it's more advanced, so you choose. I'm gonna go with a bolster for this one. We're gonna hold this pose for 4 minutes, so you wanna be comfortable. And now we're aiming for no muscle activation. This is why we're using the props. We want to let go of the weight of the body. I'm gonna use my watch to calculate the time for the practice. So 4 minutes, starting now. You want to let go of the weight of the body and as much as possible the tension on your muscles. This practice is all about the pause, all about the stillness. In Yang practices, we're looking for movement. In Yin practices, we're looking for stillness. Now I want you to start connecting with your breath. And if possible, you're going to keep your mouth closed for the whole practice. Breathing through your nose on every inhale and every exhale. This pose, melting hearts, targeting the upper back, the shoulders, the spine. It opens the chest and the shoulders while calming our nervous system. It helps us release emotional tension. It really helps us calm the mind, stop that overthinking. Just concentrate on breathing through the nose every time you inhale and every time you exhale. After a while, you can change the side your head is looking at to look for some balance. Then hold it. You want to let go completely of the weight of the body. In this practice, we're not targeting the muscles, we're targeting the connective tissues. So that's the fascia, the tendons, the ligaments, even the bones in some poses. So we're giving the muscles time to relax so we can get to those connective tissues. Can you surrender the weight of the body and the tension a little bit more? We're going to work with an affirmation today, which is going to be, I allow myself to slow down. I allow myself to slow down. Repeat it in your mind 3 times now. Really slowly, you're gonna come out of the pose, pushing away from your props. And in this practice, we have poses and we have counter poses. I'm gonna show you two options. You're gonna come to a child's pose. You can either use the bolster like I just did, or you can bring the arms back and your forehead down on the mat. We're just gonna hold it here for a minute, whatever you're more comfortable. Really letting go of any tension on your neck, on your shoulders. And when you're ready, you're gonna bring your torso up. You're gonna sit on one side to bring the legs forward. We're gonna go for the next pose, which is gonna be caterpillar. I'll show you an option with the blocks and an option with the bolster again. You choose whatever you find more comfortable. You want your legs in front of you extended. You can have a micro bend on the knees if you need. Now, I'm piling different props in here to be a little bit higher. So using the blocks and then the bolster on top. You can use your own hands, interlace fingers to hold your head, whatever you find more comfortable. Or other option would be using just the bolster on top of your thighs, just like this, and using your own hands to hold their head. You can use it the other way around and just lie down on top using your own forearms, or you can go diagonally, so bringing the bolster in between your legs and using it to support your head. You can just hug it towards you. It could be either way, going towards you or away from you. So play with your props, see what works for you. I'm gonna stay with my bolster in between the legs. We're gonna go for 3 minutes this time, starting now. Take your time to get comfortable, and then as soon as you can, find that stillness again. This is the biggest challenge in this practice. We're so used to always be moving, always producing, always being active. This practice is all about finding that stillness, allowing yourself to slow down. Try to always have your head supported, either by your own body, by your own forearms or your hands, or by the props. So there's no tension on the neck, on the shoulders, and you can really let go. If at any moment you need any changes, feel free, you can move, but then as soon as you can, find that stillness again. There shouldn't be any pain. We're not pushing through pain here. If it's too intense for you, you can always find another way to support the pose. You can always pile different props, one on top of the other, to be a little bit higher, but don't push through pain. We're just letting go, breathing into poses, create a new space. at your own pace, moving slowly. You're gonna come out. You can move your props away, whatever you're using. And we're gonna go for a twist as a counter pose. You're gonna cross the right foot past your left leg. And you're gonna use your left elbow to twist towards the right side. Try to look over your shoulder. Try to extend your back as much as possible. Hold it here. Just breathe into it. At your own pace, you're gonna change sides. So you come back to the front, change legs. So this time the left foot comes to the outside of the right leg, and you use the left elbow to push away from the knee and look over your left shoulder. So you're twisting towards the left. Every inhalation, think of creating space. Every exhalation, try to twist a little bit farther. Just a counter pose. Nice. Come back to the center. We're going to go for the third pose of this practice, which is going to be supported fish. I do recommend to use a pillow or a bolster for this one. I'm going to put the blocks away. You want to bring the bolster or your pillow or cushions, whatever you have, behind your low back. And you're going to lie back on top of that support. This is going to open the chest, the heart center, the shoulders. You can bring the elbows over your head. Just catch the contrary elbow with a contrary hand. Makes it more intense. Or you can have your arms by your sides. We're going to go for 4 minutes with this one. Starting now. Really surrender the weight of your whole upper body down on your prop. We're targeting the chest, the upper back, and the throat on this one. This is called supported fish. It opens the heart center, really helping us breathe better and releasing emotional tension. It helps us re-energize when we feel really exhausted. So this is a great one when you're feeling really burnt out. Sometimes just practicing this for a few minutes at the end of the day is enough to help you feel better. So definitely remember this pose. Even if you just hold it for 3 minutes, it will help. Try to relax the arms, letting go of the weight of the whole upper body. Going back to today's affirmation, I allow myself to slow down. Really slowly, you're gonna find your way up. You're gonna move the bolster or the pillows away. And you're gonna lie back for the counter pose. So lying all the way down. Just gonna get my blocks for the next one. But you're gonna lie on your back and you're gonna bring your knees to your chest. So just give yourself a hug here if you need, or if you find it comfortable. You can rock a little bit side to side, a little bit of a massage for the low back, for the hips. Or if you prefer, you can stay here, hold it still, applying a little bit of compression, really bringing your knees towards your chest and bringing the whole spine down on the floor. So the back of your shoulders, the back of your hips going down towards the ground. Just breathe into it. We're gonna go for the next pose, which is gonna be supported bridge. And this time we're gonna need the blocks, either the blocks or the books, whatever you have. I'm gonna show you with one and with two. You're gonna bring the block under your low back. You can stay with one, or if you want more intensity, you're gonna bring one block on top of the other. Or you can just add books if you're going with the books. The higher, the more intense, so take it easy. We're gonna hold this for 3 minutes in pure stillness. So make sure you're comfortable. If you find after a little bit that is too intense, you can always go a little bit lower. You can have your arms by your sides, or if you want more intensity, you can hold on to the contrary elbow over your head. This asana, this pose, targets the lower back, the hips and the chest. It promotes circulation and it renews energy. It helps us release any tension. So hold it here, just breathing through the nose. Going back to that affirmation of the practice, I allow myself to slow down. Can you let go a little bit more? Letting go of the weight of the body, any tension on your muscles. Just let it go. When you're ready, you're gonna lift up the hips, you're gonna bring the blocks out or the books, and you're just gonna let your knees fall towards one side and the other. Just as a counter pose, a little bit of a twist, a release for the low back and the hips, the arms, whatever they don't bother you. You don't have to touch the floor, just going a little bit side to side. Nice. We're going to end the practice with a twist. I'm going to give you an option, but if you want to do any other twist, feel free. You're going to bring your right knee towards the chest, and then with the help of the left hand, you bring the right knee to the left and you look at the right. Same as before, the hands, whatever they don't bother you. I have one hand on a hip and one hand on a knee, but if anything else that feels good, it's okay. We try to always look at the contrary side in a twist. We're just holding this for 1 minute to each side. Breathing through the nose. Every inhalation, create a new space. Every exhalation, twisting a little bit farther. At your own pace, you're going to come back to the center and you're going to change legs. So left knee towards your chest, and then with the right hand, you're going to bring the left knee to the right. You're going to look at the left. Try to bring the left shoulder down towards the floor. Same as before, the hands, whatever they help you. Breathing through the nose. At your own pace, you're going to come back to the center and you're going to go straight to a Shavasana. You can do a normal Shavasana, or I'm going to show you an option in case you want a supported Shavasana. You can bring the bolster under your knees or the pillows or whatever you have, and then you're going to lie back so your legs feel supported when you lie back. They almost feel like they're floating. I find it quite relaxing, but if you don't, just find any other way you want to support your Shavasana, or just do a normal Shavasana. Nothing else to do, all the work is done. Now try to find some stillness and go back to your normal breath. Start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Slowly, you're gonna bring your arms over your head, have a big stretch like you just woke up. You can extend your legs. You're gonna bring the knees to your chest, give yourself a hug. If you want, you can rock side to side. And you're gonna roll onto your right side. Try to keep your eyes closed if you can. You can push your props away if you need. You can use your arm as your pillow. And trying to keep your eyes closed, you're going to come back to a seated position. Hold it here. You're going to bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, and just observe your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with every inhalation and every exhalation. And know that the affirmation of this practice is always there for you. I allow myself to slow down. Bring both hands to the chest and repeat it 3 times in your mind. When you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you enjoy this kind of practices, I'm going to be uploading more Yin Yoga really soon. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for more. And in case you're not sleeping properly these days, I'm going to leave you a Yoga Nidra 4 sleep recording on the description below. I'll see you really soon. My name is Shayda Mas. Namaste.